Yay! We are here. Karen. Sorry, I was muted. Yay, we're here. Okay. Thank you, Laurel, and welcome everyone to News and Updates Show. We are in our fourth year bringing you the news you need to know about AltSpace VR and our lovely community. The news and updates is produced by our superhero producer, Mark, yay, emojis, who is running the show behind the scenes with the slide, script, video, and live stream, and making sure that everything flows smoothly. Yikes. And we have amazing moderators that support the rest on track as they monitor the crowd and support the event. Thank you very much to our wonderful moderators.
We are heading into the holiday season with Halloween coming right up and a ton of holiday events to report for you. We just want to remind you that it does take a team to make this happen, and we would love your help and your support as well. We do not work for AltSpace VR. We don't ask for money to do this. We are all volunteers passionate about AltSpace VR in our community. We know there are naysayers that are out there, but we believe in the potential of this social VR platform, and we believe in our community, right? I mean, we're here for a good reason, and that reason is really a good one. So let's get this party started, and we have some fun celebrating to do today as well.
Okay, so on to the AltSpace VR news. Another update to the preview version of the AltSpace VR client was announced this week, patching up some major bugs. The preview client was made for ERP, so you could test to see if your templates and kits are working correctly when AltSpace VR makes the switch. We are still waiting for the announcement of the big switch in AltSpace VR to embrace the new version of Unity and the new render tools. And AltSpace VR has stated that they will give us a 7-day heads-up warning before the switch. World builders and event hosts Please note that just like before, you must upload a Windows, Android, and Mac version of your worlds. You can upload various Unity versions all at the same time. This will allow users to enter your worlds or events seamlessly when the changeover happens. Do it now, and you won't have to worry about it. We're really excited about the new features coming with the change, and so should you be.
As we announced last week, Windows has released Windows 11. Now, over this past week, while Windows 11 has been working really well with 2D users of AltSpace VR, announcements within the past couple days warn that some, not all, some Windows mixed reality devices and Oculus Quest Link users will not be able to get their device to work. Microsoft is working hard to bring an update to resolve this issue, but if you have a Windows mixed reality headset, remember this may or may not impact you if the mixed reality portal was installed prior to updating to Windows 11. If it is, it should work just fine. If it wasn't, then you may have problems. But Oculus Quest users, that we apologize. That's hopefully if you're trying to use the link, that's a terrible thing. So it mostly impacts the new users and those that are installing the mixed reality portal for the first time. But anyway, be really careful, and hopefully in a week they'll have that fixed.
In some other news from around the metaverse, a few weeks ago, Mark Zuckerberg announced to the world that Facebook was going to become the face of the metaverse. For those of us already living in the metaverse, this was an odd announcement and brought some fear of Facebook literally owning the metaverse. Since Google and Facebook now practically own much of the online world, we assume that they, along with Microsoft and Apple, would be the monopolies running the metaverse.
Then, not just one, but two outages for Facebook and its ecosystem hit, including Oculus. And they were black eyes for the reputation of Facebook. I'm sure many of you were hit. While likely long in the planning, the timing of their announcement to change the name, you've probably heard, from Facebook Horizon World, dropping the Facebook brand name, was again odd. Does everybody else feel that was just kind of odd to drop Facebook out of the name after they made this big declaration? We thought it was odd. Now, it doesn't change the fact that Facebook requires a Facebook account to log into your Oculus headset and into Horizon, along with the other Facebook properties like Instagram and WhatsApp. And it doesn't change privacy concerns that many of us still have. Either way, we still welcome Horizon users as they come and go and return from Horizon to AltSpace VR as part of the metaverse that we know only too well.
And as for that outage, we've learned that it was an in-house human error that took Facebook out. And it is part of BGP, the Border Gateway Protocol, an important part of the internet and the metaverse. Basically, it's called the Air Traffic Controller, or duct tape of the internet, that tells data requests the path they need to take to access the data on the server and which server. It's the routing system that works with the DNS, the domain name server address system, that connects the dots of the web, literally. If either of these are corrupted or down, whole chunks of the web go down as well.
Now, Jimmy Z, who is the senior software engineer and developer for AltSpace VR, presenting a two-part workshop starting on this Tuesday and next with Educators in VR, discussing this and the technology behind AltSpace VR and the metaverse and how it all works together. Come on, don't you want to know? Look under the hood, see what happens. It's an expert discussion on how all the pieces of are here potential for all the metaverse platforms to connect together. So don't miss this Tuesday's and next week's.
News was also out this week that the Unity brand identity logo has changed to represent the three axes. And I was schooled by Laurel that it was axes and not axis because it's plural.
Axes you put into someone's head at Halloween. Axes or is more than one axis. English
Axes.
sucks as a language. Okay.
So the three axes, they represent, this new logo represents the three axes of one technology, two creators, and three experiences. It's likely that more will change on how they manage and present the website and asset store, along with Unity lessons. And we will be here to update you on all of those changes.
And I just, after I wrote the script, I went in to check some assets in the Unity store, and you now are required to log in before you can even look at the asset store. If there's a way around that, I'd love to know, but pain in the tuchus. I couldn't even get onto Unity without logging in. They're becoming Facebook. No, I didn't say that. Steam, their client, was up. Sorry, I got an editorial. I am so sorry. Steam's client was updated this week. We all love us some Steam, especially Steam VR. We love us some Steam. It was updated this week. It's been such a busy week. Now, we normally don't report much on Steam, but this update featured something very special. When Steam detects a game file that's been corrupted, instead of crashing or refusing to start, Steam will try to reuse as much as the corrupted file, excuse me, as possible to save bandwidth while downloading the correct data to that file to replace it.
They've also fixed the infinite retry loop for failed background file downloads and increased the allowed upload time to enable transferring large save game files for users who have limited upload bandwidth. Not sure how they're handling the wizardry around that, but it's really exciting news. We'd love to see that technique shared with AltSpace VR and other VR apps and platforms. We love Burning Man and the BCR, Black Rock City Hub, in AltSpace VR. We're thrilled that AltSpace VR has been the home for the past 2 years for this amazing international event that usually happens in the desert of the Western United States. So we were really unhappy to learn that Burning Man is now auctioning artwork, real and virtual, to raise funds to keep the event going. The shift to VR was cheaper, but there was less sponsorship and financial support the past 2 years, and they are strapped for funding to keep it thriving. If you are a fan of Burning Man, consider donating or participating in the auction to help them thrive.
Absolutely. Now, back to some AltSpace VR news. Jimmy, who we just mentioned, has added a new game to his collection of worlds called Jimmy Prawn, inspired by Nut Prawn. See some fans? All right, the world code is easy to remember. Jimmy 001. It's like James Bond 001. So Jim 001 will get you in there. And Jimmy's game world starts with an empty world with just a door that says enter. Once you enter through, the game actually begins. You have to solve puzzles to get the event room code to move on to the next level. The further you go, the harder it gets. It's fun and difficult to play, but the most fun is playing it with friends and others as a team. So get your group together. It's worth playing if you love solving puzzles and riddles. It's best not to go it alone, as it is a bit harder than you think it is. Working together makes it so much more wild and fun anyway. There are a total of 20 worlds, we think. We lost count somewhere around that point.
So October is also Educators in VR's third annual cyberbullying month. Harassment, intimidation, bullying, and disruptive and trolling behavior, once thought to be constrained to school playgrounds, continues online and in social VR. For 3 years now, Educators in VR has brought in experts from around the world to talk about how to protect yourself, report understand the complexities of bullying online, including how to use our tools. The first event with Sonia Haskins and a panel of esports enthusiasts brought great insights into the competitive world of esports and the organic grassroots effort to bring respect and civility back into online gaming that's been a place for rude, crude, and socially unacceptable behavior for far too long.
This year, there are multiple events each week to explore deeper into not just protection and prevention, but how to affect change on a much broader scale. Not all of these bullies are bad, and we need to remember that, especially as a community. Educators in VR and Altspace VR is about inclusion, right? So if there's a path to behavior modification to help these people be better understood, more welcome as contributors to our community rather than the trolls and, the disruptive people that we usually, that box we put them in. I know that our world will be a much, much better place. So get ready. We're going to be talking more about esports and event hosting and moderation, tips, techniques, and all the support systems we need to work together to keep our community safe and you even safer.
Stevie Boy and the We Are Improv VR team is bringing a special event to us this week as part of Cyberbullying Month to discuss how to improve and manage interactivity engagement in VR events. This team are experts in engagement as hosts of some of the most popular events in Altspace VR. You won't want to miss this event and all of the great events lined up to help us better understand how this metaverse works for event hosting and socialization, making it a safer place for all of us as we work together to keep each other safe.
Hey, well said. Halloween is one of our favorite holidays here in Altspace VR, and this year is going to be amazing. Educators in VR, news and updates, world tours are teaming up to bring you Halloween Fright Night events. So you got to work on your scary voice, Karen. And it, come on, you can do scary voice.
I'll try.
Okay. The last 2 weeks of October, we are going to be just jamming with a ton of great worlds and great adventures and things for our Halloween Fright Night. We're looking for volunteer scarers and world builders to share their worlds with us for the events. Altspace VR will be featuring these events on their new festival feature. So please help us make this community event and experience wonderful for everyone.
Join us Tuesday for a Halloween 2021 prep and plan event here in Altspace VR. And check out the next 3 weeks of World Tours events on Wednesday, as they will be touring scary worlds to inspire you. I have more practicing to do, Lorel. I blew that.
Yeah, I can tell just a little bit. Yeah.
This Wednesday, they are going back to the first Halloween event worlds from 2018 to show you the behind the scenes of how 4 people built 6 worlds in 10 days to scare the dickens out of people for several years of events, hosting more than 3,000 or 4,000 people. The next 2 weeks will feature some of the best and most scary worlds from around Altspace VR. Please talk to us after the show or let us know in our Discord if you'd like to volunteer and share your world with us for the Halloween Fright Night events. As usual, I'm trying.
You're doing great.
I got to listen to you more. As usual,
Halloween Fright Night events. You're getting better all the time.
Thank you, Lorel. As usual, we bring you the news from around the Altspace VR community every week, and in between, the news you need to know to enjoy this beautiful metaverse that already exists. Join us on our News and Updates Discord for updates and related news you can use to ensure you keep updated on what's going on within our Altspace VR metaverse.
Gotta go for the metaverse term. All right, it is time for world building. Okay, there you go.
Yay!
Yay! We are so excited about the new version of AltSpace VR for world building. We're starting to show a little bit of upgrade fatigue. Anyone else getting just really tired of waiting? I know I am. Okay, we get that. These delays are frustrating, but we know they're for good reason. Expect the upgrade when it arrives, honestly, to be greeted now with a ho hum. So it's finally here. Okay, rather than panic. Because we've had 5 months to prepare and a whole lot of false starts. So most of us are ready for this, and we'll be announcing it as soon as we know on our news and updates Discord. Stay tuned.
On a more positive note, the Halloween kit is back out again this year. Yay! This is the 2018 Halloween kit, slightly updated a couple of years ago, that makes its annual arrival about this time to decorate your worlds and get into the spooky holiday season. There's tombstones, candles, and scary jack-o'-lanterns to spice up your worlds.
I want that kit year round, don't you? I love that
Yes,
kit.
yes, yes,
We did so
yes.
many creative things with it. It's just so much fun. So I love that it's back. As always, we love it when the community plays nice. As we've mentioned over the years here on News and Updates, violating copyrights and licenses for worlds, templates, and kits is a violation of international copyright laws and a violation of the AltSpace VR terms of service. So we'd like to expand this to some concepts in copyright law that are known as fair use and compilation to help you understand this a little bit better because some issues happened recently. In copyright law, all original created works are copyright protected, whether it says so or not. They all are, okay? It is up to the copyright holder to set the permissions, the license for someone else to use their creation. Fair use allows someone to use a small portion of their copyright material without permission for education and editorial work and no compensation. This is a quote from an article or a screenshot of artwork that is clearly not the original.
Compilation allows someone to create a new work formed by the quote, collection and assembling of pre existing materials, unquote, in a way that does not represent the original work and is a new original creation of its own. It's a fine line, but do take care to not exactly replicate someone else's world, as it could result in a copyright infringement report to AltSpace VR, and the consequences could be that your world might be removed.
This is something to take seriously. So when you visit a virtual world, okay, admit it. Many of us, we want parts and pieces of it, or maybe we want the whole thing for our own world or for our event. If the world builder gives permission and shares it with you, then they're licensing it to you to use and that you have permission. However, just because the kits and the template that made that world are available on Unity or wherever for free, this does not give you permission to recreate that world exactly from those pieces. Does that make sense? You can use those, but you need to recreate the world differently to distinguish it from the other ones. And it applies to templates and kits and MREs, okay? So you can use the same kits and templates, but you got to make it look different in some way.
And also, please remember that there are videos and tutorials available in the world building channels pinned to the top in the ASV and the AltSpace VR Discord, taking you step by step through the process of switching to Unity 2020.3.9 and the new render tools. Also, check out the world building channels on the AltSpace VR official Discord. Start by searching first, as there are likely answers to your questions already posted. And you know, that's it. I have seen so many people come in and ask the same question over and over and over again. So if you're new, just go in and spend an hour or so, read through the whole channel, not the whole channel, that'll take you a week,
That
but
could be years.
exactly. But at
But a
least read
search for
through it.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, before you start asking questions, because
And
more
sometimes
than
it's as
likely.
much as 2 scrolls up. The same question was just asked.
Exactly, exactly. So check those
So
pin messages for the
yeah.
different channels,
Mhm.
as the good stuff will be there to help you on your way. It's
Yay.
all
Now,
it's all there. You just got to find it.
and boy, we the smartest people in the world are in our Discord channels there when it comes to world building. Jimmy has created a list of the top world builders that's updated automatically, I believe. The top world builders this week are Daisy Shaw, Darren, yay, Darren's
Yay,
here,
Darren.
and Tajasuka. So, love it. Congratulations for being up on the top list there. And do check that list out. It's in one of Jimmy's worlds. There's links all over the Discord and the world builders. And keep building. Just because things are just a little bit crazy with all this world building nonsense and upgrade, don't stop building. Just include the new and the old versions of your world through the Altspace VR uploader and keep building. Now, as a reminder, all Altspace VR basic kits have been updated and will continue to work after the switch. World builders generously donating feature kits have been contacted, and to the best of our knowledge, most have been updated. It's also likely that a few kits may be added after the switch to featured kits.
Also, remember the following feature kits will likely not be updated: gems, yummies, and lighting. I don't know why I always want to call it lightning. Work is happening. I'm putting an extra N in there. Work is happening to replace a few of these, but it might take a few weeks. The team's also checking on other featured kits. So if you're a world builder not updating your featured community kit, or you're interested in getting a kit featured, contact them through the World Building channel in the Altspace VR Discord, or let us know after the show and we can help. Also, don't forget to check out the weekly SDK meetups and Jimmy's Building the Metaverse events. And but just a real quick on Jimmy's metaverse events, he is so open to people asking questions. I mean, the event's supposed to be a half an hour and it goes on because people come in and he will answer any question you have. So if you want to hear it from Jimmy's mouth personally, just go to that event. It's awesome. Also, don't forget to check out the World Tours by Daisy Shaw and the World Tours team. The World Tours team, led by Laurel, continues to explore worlds that might not be updated and are going to be lost after the changeover. And that gives us a chance to see these amazing worlds that have inspired and influenced so many world builders over the years here in Altspace VR. Check those out on Wednesdays.
And the World Tours team is led by Karen666 and Lance, and Darren is often in there, and we have a whole team of people. It isn't just the Laurel show. I like Karen, you too. You're often in there, and Rich is in there. We love our World Tours team.
We do.
And we'll have more news on them coming up soon. Now, with the change coming, that gives us just a little more time to help those photographing and preserving the worlds that may not be updated. God, that just breaks my heart. Check out the conversations in the Altspace VR Discord in the world building channels, and please, please help preserve our past. If you want, upload those pictures and things that you have to the photos channel there and on the Altspace Discord. But we need to preserve these worlds before they poof disappear.
You know, we really appreciate that you guys appreciate the Discord tips section. And now we're here again for another Discord tip this week.
Now, recently, people have been asking us how to share images and GIFs in their Discord posts. We thought everybody knew how to do that. I like that. So, as the news and updates team are experts in both, we thought we'd share some tips on adding images and animated GIFs to spice up your conversations.
So when you're doing your Discord message, on the left side of the post form box, you'll see a plus sign. Click it to open it up and add an image from your hard drive. It's that simple. Once you add it, you're invited to add a comment to the image if you wish. You can also click in the box and paste an image in, or click and drag it to the post box form area. This same technique works for uploading PDF files, documents, text files, and more. You may post as many messages as you like in a post, but you're limited to each image being no bigger than 8 megabytes. And Lorel, I was disappointed. I went searching for this on Google the other day. There's no way to record yet a message, just, using a microphone and recording a message into Discord. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because with the new Spanish Discord server that we have, some of the people that when we were on WhatsApp, or we're still on WhatsApp, but when we were on WhatsApp, you just can use your microphone and leave a voice message, which a lot of people do, but Discord still doesn't have that functionality.
No, we talk to
Apparently.
each other in the real world. I mean,
True.
we just hit the voice chat and talk to each other. But you can
Well,
also upload audio files. So you can record
true.
it on something else and then send it, share it. You can share audio files. So there's a way around everything. Just keep it
Oh,
under the
that's
8 meg
so
limit.
true. So true.
We'll find it, and it may be coming. We'll see. I like the reading because I can scan it really quickly. But if you add audio to Discord, I'm gonna have to stop everything I do and pay attention to it. So I don't know. We'll see. I live for that
Good
day.
point. Good
Now,
point.
yep. GIFs are found on the other side of the post form box with a symbol that says GIF. GIF. Ah, duh. Open that up. I'm sorry, editorialized again. Shame on me. Shame on me. Oh my God. Okay. It's such an obvious thing. It says GIF. It spells GIF. It says GIF. It's a GIF. Come on, people. All right. Open that up and choose from the trending groups or type in a search world to find your own. It's a fun way to add animated responses and attitudes to your conversation. But one serious word of warning. Our producer, Mark, is the master of the animated GIF wars. And here is evidence right here. Our team has been in competition with him for years, and we rarely win. And when we do, he won't admit that we have. It's just a pain in the ass. So anyway, but
Yeah, he is
truly,
really good at that.
you
I've
don't want to
seen his.
mess with him when it comes to GIF wars, man. He is wicked.
Yes, Mark. We are thrilled that you enjoy these Discord tips to help support our back channel for AltSpace VR events and activities.
And you just got a glimpse at how crazy it is on our back
I
channel.
know. I know. I almost lost my place here.
I know. He says we're in the middle of a serious conversation. All of a sudden, he'll whip one of these out, and like we're on the floor. I've whipped myself over something. You're brilliant. Okay, I'm sorry. Mark, you are truly, amen. You are the master of the GIF wars.
Mark is a genius. If you have any Discord expertise and you'd like to share, please let us know in our news and updates Discord. And if you ask nicely, Mark might even send you an animated.
I can guarantee you he will. Oh my God. I could do whole comedy routines just from the animated GIF wars that he creates. All right, sorry. We've lost control of everything now. Okay.
Okay, where are we? Okay, this
I have
is where.
no idea.
Okay.
My eyes are just. I'm sorry. If you all knew the level of GIF wars that were coming, you would also be wetting yourself right now. I'm not kidding you. Okay, one of these days we're gonna film it and you will see it in action. All right,
That would be awesome.
Karen, help us recover.
Okay, I'm going to recover here. Okay, we have a very busy week this week in AltSpace VR, and so this is where you want to be. Well, you're already here, so we're starting off the week with a bang. After the news and improv night, check out VR Forwards. Don't trip over your words event. I'm always tripping over my words.
I'm sorry, that's appropriate right now. All right,
it sure is, isn't
it? Containment.
Okay,
self-muting.
Don't trip over your words. And in this game or event, Players get to participate in a type of concentration game. Spin the wheel and see how many times you can quickly name the challenge items, like a list of book titles that start with the letter K, like Karen. No, test your memory and take the challenge.
Is that a name of a book? Is there a book
No,
called Karen?
I just made it up.
I think there should be a book called Karen, and not about.
I agree. I love
Karen.
it.
I think it's wonderful, and that's really funny because I could not think of a single book that started with a K, and I thought of one, and then I kind of lost it. No, there's that Russian book
Oh, Karenina,
about Katerina. No, anyway,
Karenina, or
Karenina.
something like that.
Something like that.
I don't pronounce it right.
Between the two of us, I think we can get that word right. Okay, please let us know after the show.
I
so that we
speak
can correct
Spanish,
our
not
spelling.
Russian.
All right. Okay. Tomorrow, we're gonna start breathing here and getting on track here. Tomorrow, Scott reviews the 3rd episode in season 2 of Star Trek: Next Generation with a favorite. I love this episode. Elementary, Dear Data. It's the first encounter with Data, Captain Picard, and the famous Sherlock Holmes villain, Dr. Moriarty. It's a great time for Star Trek fans. Did you know there's 6 television shows, Star Trek television shows that are being filmed at the same time around the world right now? And it is confirmed that the next Star Trek movie is now in the works, though we don't have a whole lot of detail on it. And Shatner wants to be in it. So Shatner is not only going to space, he wants to be in the next movie. He wants to be brought back to life. I don't know. I'm very excited about Shatner going into space. I think, I'm jealous. I am so jealous, but I'm excited. It's kind of like full circle. I don't know why. Having Captain Kirk go into space, I think is kind of full for all of 2 minutes.
That is cool.
Anyway, it's
Very
a
cool.
Federation explosion of joy right now for all Trekkies and Trekkers, whichever one you adhere to.
And Late Night with You, produced by We Are Improv VR, puts you in the spotlight tomorrow. Join Ashley Abstract and Stevie on stage to be interviewed about your passions, your dreams, your hobbies, your favorite VR games and experiences, whatever you wish to talk about in this mature audience-only event that celebrates members of our community.
Now, Educators in VR are offering their training programs for the Altspace VR community and community helpers. The first one up this week is 2D desktop training, with our own Dance with Trees and with Lance and Spider and Laurel and all the rest of it, me and the rest of them. So 2D training. Oh, that was last week was 2D training. In 2 weeks will be in 2D training. It is ideal for people who want to learn how to access Altspace VR on their desktop or laptop as a backup to support events and things. And this week they're offering their popular moderation intro session to help event hosts and support teams to learn more about how to moderate events in Altspace VR. So don't miss these important events to learn how to become more involved in Altspace VR events and activities.
And of course, the Creative Writing Meetup by our very own Laurel is hosting a series of, let me get it right this week, NaNoWriMo events. Did I do that right?
It's American.
NaNoWriMo events. At least I didn't say it in Spanish again. Okay. The National Novel Writing Month that happens in November. October is prep month, and the creative writing team is here to help. If you've ever thought about writing your story or a story, sharing your passion through words, this is the time. Oh, great. Here we go again.
National Novel Writing Month. Everyone all together. NaNoWriMo.
They're muted.
NaNoWriMo. No, you should all be doing it. Make all the people in the real world look at you and go, "What the hell's wrong with you?" NaNoWriMo. Okay.
NaNoWriMo. The na confuses me because I want to say it in Spanish. Anyway, I'm sorry, got off track here.
It's beautiful. We're doing that through the whole thing. It's better than hey, having us go off track is better than a technical glitch. I'm happy, girl.
Oh,
I said it.
Sure.
I said it out loud. It's like inviting it. Okay.
All right, let me say this word again. NaNoWriMo. Yay! Let's see if I can do it next week. NaNoWriMo is a self-discipline challenge to pretend to be a professional writer for 30 days in November and commit your life. Oops, and commit to write 50,000 words in 30 days. I gotta stop laughing so much. I'm losing
Mark,
my place here.
save us. Oh
It,
my
it puts writing first in your life and is a great way to kickstart that novel. This is a serious thing, though. This is a wonderful thing that Pharrell is doing. So
God.
I
It is.
don't want to
I'm
mess
sorry.
it up here. It puts writing first in your life, and it's a great way to kickstart that novel, autobiography, or whatever writing project or multiple writing projects that might have been nagging you for such a long time. Join them for these great prep events to also learn how to improve your writing skills. Then join them every day in November as they write the prompts and support each other through the NaNoWriMo Challenge.
Yay! She said it. Yay! Well, this event, it is important because it has a long history. But I just want to tell you, it was the first time NaNoWriMo in 2018 was the first time that there was a 30-day event. Every day there was a meeting in AltSpace. Every single day. Bum, 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 bum. And this is now our 4th year. So pretty darn cool and
Wow.
exhausting.
4 years. That's
Yep, I get
amazing.
yeah, it's exhausting, but it's awesome. All right. So come join us. It's Insanity. Timeless Tuesdays is a new event. Sarah that invites everyone 18 and older to get together, have a drink, and reminisce. Oh, I love it. It's described as an event and place where memories start and friends meet. I love that. That's a brilliant slogan.
It is
Wonderful.
a brilliant slogan. That's awesome. The AltSpace VR community meetup is Wednesday. If you haven't been, go. It's a great opportunity to connect with others in the community and find out what's going on with AltSpace VR and our beautiful community here.
Now, I'm so excited about this. I'm such a nerd. Thursday. I am such a nerd. I'm so proud of all nerds unite. Come on, let's hear it from the nerds. Let's hear it from the nerds.
Yay!
Thursday,
Nerds unite.
you got it. The keynote for the 24th annual International Mars Society Convention begins. It is free and open to the public and features experts, scientists, researchers, and other experts talking about getting our butts, real butts, to Mars. So excited. What a great opportunity to see the future literally come to life and understand how we are not just going to go to Mars. That's the easy part. We're going to live there. We're going to build communities there. And there are events up until October 17th that are associated with the Mars Society. There's plenaries and a whole bunch of others that are all free and open to the public. So please check those out. It's going to be amazing.
And you could tell Lance is excited. Look, he's moving around and
He
writing
loves it.
something and sending hearts up. Lance really is excited about the whole space exploration thing, and he wants to go to Mars, right, Lance?
Oh, we all are. Who cares?
Very
Shatner going
cool.
to space. I want to go to Mars.
So Thursday is also an X Talk titled How Virtual Reality Can Contribute to Hybrid Education, exploring the potential of XR technology in education. Check out their panelist speakers along with Thomas Zorbach, Managing Director of VM People.
Now, we have been showcasing this, and Karen mentioned it earlier, this speaking version of AltSpace VR 101 with Gabriela and Karen. They have created a Spanish-speaking Discord called, oh, you're going to have to help me with the second word. I'm going to try it. Let's see if I can brutalize this one. It's netizens, which is very obvious. Netizens, Hispanoparlantes. Did I get it?
Very good. Hispanoparlantes. Okay. Excellent.
Yay!
Nice.
She can't get NaNoWriMo, but I can get Hispanoparlantes. Okay. Mark, you're going to have to spank me after this event. Oh, I didn't say that out loud, did I? Okay. So this is a community of Spanish speakers that are here in AltSpace and beyond. So if you speak Spanish, please consider volunteering to support the Spanish-speaking AltSpace VR 101 events and talk to Karen after the event to learn more about this great group. Now, as mentioned with our warnings, when we get to become the teachers, the nasty people here. So, but we need reminding. I wish we didn't need to. Just as mentioned with our warning about copyright infringement with world building, please make sure that your event stays within the boundary of copyright, trademark, and the AltSpace VR terms of service. By not using the name AltSpace VR in the event title without the permission of AltSpace, and use the name of any existing past or present television show or movie. So you just can't call it something match game because game is trademarked or whatever dating game or any of those other things. You just can't do it. You just can't use those things. So please do not risk your account by streaming copyrighted content such as movie or sports event into AltSpace VR without, I'm sorry, it's just the law and the rule in AltSpace's terms and condition, the direct permission from the producers, creators, and distributors, like the television and movie channels. In other words, you cannot stream Netflix or YouTube movies or sports games into AltSpace VR in a public, repeat, public event. Well, you're doing a private event, yeah, but a public event, it's the terms of.
There's always too much going on here in AltSpace VR. It's hard to make up your mind when there are multiple events at the same time. There's nightclubs, dances, computer classes, workshops, open mics, talent nights, meditation, thought-provoking discussions, and so much more going on. It's really hard to choose.
It is. Also, check out the channels to find the events to tickle your fancy and amuse your spirit, especially now with spirit time of Halloween. Okay, I'm getting excited about that. If you don't see something that interests you, start your own event and let us know by posting it on our news and updates Discord. We love sharing your events here, and we do our best to bring the highlights from this ever-growing community to you, and we are so glad that you're here to share it with us. All right, it is now time. Drum roll for the discussion time.
Weekly discussion, my favorite part. So
now, wait.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Before we get to our weekly discussion, I wanted to share an incident that you all know quite well. This is from Karen666, our longtime moderator and the host of the World Tours team on Wednesdays. She took off her headset to find that she was not a very good kitten babysitter. So, Mark, you want to hit the next? This is Hamish, the Scottish terrorist. And I love it that he still has a piece in his mouth. He's so guilty. So Karen, we have all been there. We have all done that. And we have the torn up bits to prove it. So, isn't that wonderful? You put on that headset, you don't know what's going on in the rest of the house.
Laurel, I don't know how many times, I can't count the many times in AltSpace I've heard someone say, oh, my cat's at it or my dog's doing something. When they have their headset on, it's like a little kid, right? They know mommy's busy and they're at it creating havoc.
And they're with the evidence. I couldn't stand this. Thank you. I didn't ask, but thanks for letting me share it, Karen, because it just is so much our life. I had my headset on and I didn't hear the cat throw up next to me, and I stood up and stepped right in it. It's like things just are horrible.
Oh, I wish I could have seen that.
Our fuzzy butts. They're fuzzy butts. We just love them. Anyway, it is now time. Now we get back to the virtual life and leave the real life behind. All right, bye, Hamish. It is time for our weekly discussion. Was there something you wanted to say, Karen, before I interrupted with Hamish?
Yes, our drum roll for the weekly discussion.
Roll. Okay. So there you go, beautiful. While AltSpace was not directly impacted by the Facebook outage this week, it has had its own server and DNS issues in the past. What was impacted was the ability for Oculus Quest Rift users to not be able to get into AltSpace through the Oculus Store. You can get in through other ways, but that didn't work, and it frustrated many of you. Now, with Jimmy coming to talk to us with the Educators in VR event this week, which you do not want to miss, because I can't wait to see what he has to share behind the hood of AltSpace and how it all works. I mean, I've thought about it, and I think it's just you wave a wand, and there's some little magical box that controls out all this virtual stuff works. Isn't that what you all think it is too? Anyway, with the outages and Jimmy coming to talk to us, it has us thinking about the challenges that these things represent, and the fact that VR is still a web and internet based app. It's still a fragile system. So we want to understand better about how the metaverse will work and the infrastructure, especially as the infrastructure grows more complicated. So let's talk outages and your concept of what the metaverse will look like in the future. Do you think we're in one right now? Is it on our way? So let's get the raise hand button up. And I was still laughing at Hamish, so I didn't get the button up fast enough. All right, the raise hand button is now up. We'd love to hear your. Oh my goodness, everybody's jumping. Your thoughts on the metaverse? Okay, Joseph, you're up. Joseph, Tonto. And Joseph, there you go.
Big
All right.
just hit me. Oh, yeah. Like we've discovered this last year during COVID, I could see it like being the new real life. You know, like with I know some businesses went on, a couple of businesses in question, had went virtual, like seriously, like virtual reality, virtual. So maybe this could be the new, like I said, this could be the new real life before we know it.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be. Yeah,
Oh,
unless
and
unless the sun comes and whacks out all of our internet with some solar flare, I think it's likely.
yeah,
Yeah.
and also, so yeah, that's what I gotta say about that.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. Carnegie, you're up next.
Oh, hey, Laurel. Hey, Karen.
Hey,
Big shout
Hey,
out.
Carnegie.
Carnegie.
Oh, it's great to be here and the whole Educators of VR team. Actually, I just wanted to yield
Mm.
my time to, I don't know if she got her hand up in time, but Q Tech actually wanted to ask a question. So
Well,
I told her,
raise your
well,
hand,
when it comes
Q-Tech.
in, pop that hand raise up there,
Yeah,
and
let's hear what you have to say about it. I'm
so
waiting. There
she
it
can get
is.
her question asked. But it's great to be here. Just wanted to show some love,
Oh,
and
thank you,
always a pleasure.
Carnegie. Yeah, and we're going
Very
to be calling on
nice.
you soon. Get ready. You stood still.
Okay.
Educators of Arrow put you to work. Q-Tech,
I
you're
know.
up.
Yeah, I had one question. I want to know how many people are experiencing issues with their web projectors where you log on and you can view it, but your guests cannot, even though they're in the
Oh,
same
all the
room.
time. All the time. Well, our discussion is on the metaverse, but we'll quickly we can we help you with that as soon as the show is over?
Sure.
Okay. And also know that you can often get help at Altspace VR 101 events, and also the admins in the campfire that have the gold badges or other people with green badges can help. But we'll address that after the show. It's a really common thing. All right. Great. Thank you. Do you have a comment about the metaverse and what you think it's going to look like going forward in the future? Muted. Hang on a second. Let's bring you back up here. You have a comment on that?
No, not really. I'm just looking forward to whatever it may look like in the future.
I like that attitude. That's a great attitude. All right, thank you. And we'll answer your question right after the show. Thanks. Okay, stands with trees. Matthew, you're up.
I just had a quick comment. And this is coming from my background as an IT guy. So I know how VR works. I know how the internet works and all that stuff. And I had to laugh at the number of people. Does everybody remember what was called the big alt space hack?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I had to laugh at the number of people who called it a hack when
Mm-hmm.
actually it was a server meltdown.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
and I just I had to laugh at that because I'm an IT guy and I
Mm-hmm.
kind of knew
Well,
what
it
was
was no
going on.
different. It was the same stupid human error thing that happened with Facebook, right?
Yeah.
It was just a DNS issue, and it takes a human to build it, takes another human to screw it up.
Break it.
Isn't that the law of IT?
There's a famous saying in the IT industry. It's called PEPCAC, which stands
Mhm.
for problem exists between chair and keyboard.
You got it.
Yeah.
That is exactly right. And that's part of that fragility. So when I talk about the fragility of the web, it is exactly that can cause issues. And so AI is going to slowly take things over and become the thing that sits between the hat and the keyboard. But it's the we're still in that vulnerable stage, and so it worries me. But I have great faith in the metaverse, so I love it. So we'd love to hear from all of you about your opinions. Thank you. That was beautiful. I love that. And we have Teresa, and then we have an expert who can tell us. So Teresa.
Hey, I've been thinking like VR is not as popular as Facebook and Twitter right now, but I think eventually it will be, and people are going to start complaining about their freedom of speech being taken away because they chose not to follow the community standards, just like social media. That makes sense?
Well, that's eternal. That's eternal. I think, there will be those issues. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Good point. Thank you.
Laurel, can you guys throw up some emojis if you can't hear Laurel? Maybe it's just me.
Oops. Everybody can hear me?
Oh,
Okay.
now we can hear you. Okay.
Okay. All right. I hope you have. Well, if you didn't hear me, Teresa, thank you. Good point. Excellent point. Now, Jimmy, we've been talking about you here in the show.
Hey, everybody.
What's your thoughts on the metaverse?
Well, this is probably not enough time for my spiel, but I do want to be positive about it. And I just got fiber internet, so I think the future is everything is faster. There's fewer glitches, more options, more everything. I actually just put together my presentation notes for the Tuesday
Educators and VR
Educators
Tuesday.
Enviro event, which is a 2-part thing. But yeah, it just brought back a lot of memories, and I think when you guys see it, you'll understand we've come a long way, and I think we've come a long way in a very short period of time. And I think the metaverse in the future will be pretty awesome. So we hope everyone looks beyond the slow internet and bugs and outages and stuff. Oh, and that one where it was the big hack, that was my bad. Like I think I pushed a bug and like there was the operating room in the middle of the campfire and all that stuff. So yeah. So I would say by default,
all the little
assume
things.
people just screwed up, like tripped over a cable or pushed out a bug. It's really hard to be like an evil mastermind. You really have to. It's mostly just people fucking up. I mean, screwing up.
Yep. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's that thing between the cap and the keyboard that just does the thing. It is. I'm very. I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm very excited about it. So on Monday, I am going to be visiting one of the world's very first VR labs in Seattle at the University of Washington, courtesy of Tom Furness of the Virtual World Society. And he has often in his presentations, he shows what the first VR headsets look like. They are so far off of any Oculus anything that you could imagine. And my favorite is the Darth Vader helmet that had these big glowing eyes and this gigantic hood that was hooked like with something like a vacuum hose to an entire room. And I think about how far we've come from that with portability with the Quest and the Oculus Gear and Daydream and things, how the portability of VR and be able to go anywhere and access and use that, and now moving into the metaverse. Oh, how far is that going to be from that Darth Vader helmet connected with a hose to a whole computer that existed in an entire room just to run? And they were running practically, black and white and RGB colors on it. So, yeah, I can't wait to see. So thanks. I'm looking forward to Tuesday. It's going to be too much fun. I love it. I love it. So bring your questions. Get ready. Thank you, Jimmy. All right, we have a few more comments, and then we're going to have to wrap it up. We're running out of time here. Adrian, you are up.
Yeah, I'm an IT guy, tech journalist, and I'm a futurist some of the time. So try and predict the future of tech.
Fellow
I
nerd,
think,
fellow nerd.
oh, utterly. Yeah. Uh, so much so. I think one of the big challenges, well, there's two big challenges. One you touched on is who the hell owns the metaverse? Will it be large
Mm-hmm.
monopolistic organizations? The other one is there's already so many interesting open worlds. Things like GTA 4, Microsoft with Microsoft Flight Simulator have this huge project which goes way beyond Flight Simulator to bring in an entire twin of the Earth into the metaverse. We've got all the mapping stuff that people like Google do, and huge numbers of these things. The challenge, I think, over time, as the quality of these things, will be to integrate these things into one giant metaverse that we can all use. That everybody has a democratic ability to use. So we want to use it for gaming, we want to use it for socializing, and we want to use it for planning. So if somebody wants to build an office block near me, I want to be able to see what that planning application looks like
Man.
in
Hmm.
these already existing real versions of the world, and we can play with these things in imaginary versions of the world as well.
Mhm.
At the moment, it's all incredibly fragmented, and I'm just hoping that as the tech improves and there's less technical restrictions to merging these things, the corporate walls and the ownership things melt away a little bit, and people actually find a way to make money out of opening all of these interesting things up.
We're with you, absolutely with you. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. All right, we have one more, and then we're going to have to wrap it up. Thank you, Darren. You're up.
All right. Let's turn this firm here. Yeah, I think in the future, more people are going to be connected. You have to have better servers like Microsoft has, because this whole system supports up to 30 people per room, whereas other places like
Per world,
VRChat
yeah. Events
per
are like
world.
50 and more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh yeah, but I think other places like so what is that? Rec Room or VRChat can't support as many people in one setting, I don't think. But anyways, in the future, I think in the future there'll be better servers, more servers. And I think what's happening in the future will be, I think, with the Facebook will basically lead the way right now, because they're the cheapest VR system you could buy. And
For
they're always
headsets,
making
yeah.
for headsets, and they're making more and more of those and getting better at it. That's basically who's going to push VR to a higher degree. And then once people start to learn it and use it, and it become commonplace, more people will it'll be better headsets even in the future. But to compensate, you'll have to have better servers and quicker servers, ability to get more people in one setting rather than just 3 or 4 people together.
Mm-hmm.
That will be the future. I think it'll probably take about 8 to 10 years to probably get to that level.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out, aren't we? We're going to be here for the ride. All right. This is beautiful. Thanks to everyone who had your comments, and I would love to done the whole show on this, but we'll be talking about it more next week, because the metaverse, we haven't even tapped into what the bigger part of the metaverse really is. Karen, quick thoughts on the metaverse as we start to wrap it up?
Just real quickly, I wanted to share a little funny thing that Kurt said the other day. We were at a meeting or somewhere, and I don't know, something wasn't working right, and we were talking about, oh, this doesn't work right. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, Kurt goes, he said, it's not just Altspace or wherever it was we were. He said, it's the whole metaverse that's in beta right now. So I think that's was funny, because we complain sometimes about Altspace and the audio issues and all that, but it's the whole metaverse that's in beta right now, not just Altspace. I thought that was funny and very true.
Absolutely. And the thing that I'm waiting for is when we can have enough trust base to and privacy and security and things that we can really bring in the marketplace, because that is definitely where it's going to go. And honestly, my hope for the metaverse is that advertising as we know it will die. Because man, at the base boring ads and all those things, they need to die. We need to have something. If we're going
do.
to advertise, we need to have something that's smarter. And we need in the metaverse. We know it's coming to the metaverse, but I just saw that that somebody's released a blimp that you can add in that has ads running on the side of it. Come on, that is from like 50 to 100 years ago. Let's get something smarter and not invasive. But anyway, that's my little pitch on that, because we know it's going to be a part of it, but we need to be smarter. And we're reinventing what we want our world to look like. And that's what really is the magic of the metaverse, is that potential. So thank you
Very
all.
well said,
I can't
Lorel.
wait. Yeah, thank you. And we're going to talk about this more next week, because I can see it is a hot topic and I love it.
Mhm.
And we're going to know
too.
more after Jimmy's event on Tuesday and also his Building the Metaverse events that he has. So that is all for this week's news and updates. Thank you for joining us here every week and celebrating our third. This is our third. We're heading into our fourth year of news and updates.
And we do this for you for free. We are not AltSpace VR employees. Our team works hard each week to gather the news and information to help our community keep up with everything going on here in AltSpace VR.
And do it with a straight face. Okay, most of the time. So when the need you news to know happens, we share it here on our updated news Discord. There you go. So you get the news you need through the clutter of information. Please, please, please tell a friend and share our Discord and our YouTube channels so others can keep up with the news around all space.
In and around all space.
Something to that effect.
So thank you guys for being here every week to share the latest updates from around the AltSpace VR community. We live stream the news onto YouTube every week, and you can catch up with past episodes and more about AltSpace VR events, projects, news, and community activities. This is a labor of love, and we love our volunteer team members who help us gather the news as reporters, moderators, and help us put this show together every week.
If you'd like to join the news and updates team, please let us know after the show. We need every ability and talent. We'll help train you on all the skills you need. If you love attending events in AltSpace VR, consider joining our reporters team. All you have to do is photograph the teams, photograph the events, upload them to our private channel, and let us know your thoughts on it. Little link. This show is as much yours as it is ours, and we'd love you to be a part of it.
Thanks to all of our news and updates volunteers and moderators who help make this event such a success. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So with these uncertain times, please, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yay! Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Lorel.
Thank you.